Welcome to the Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Anderson's Bar and Grill and the Blind Tiger Bar. Get someone up to talk on the podcast about the motivation behind trick-or-treating.
I actually think that's such a good idea, Ray, to get a child. Let's invite a random child up. What a great idea.
Press record. Oh, it is recording.
It's recording, yes.
So you don't like my idea of inviting some children up to the box room?
No, I really like it. But I think their parents probably wouldn't like it, if I'm being honest.
The parents can come too.
So we're recording on Halloween night, lads, right?
Yes, very spooky.
So you're going to hear a lot of doorbells in the background.
You get way more doorbells than us. Maybe our street is really scary.
Why?
We've never, ever got a single trick-or-treater.
You've had a lot of people leave your house now. Not a lot of people come into it. But come here, I was going to say, why do you think that is? Is there less trick-or-treating in town?
I don't. Well, first of all, our street wouldn't have a whole... Oh, there is actually kids. But they don't seem to visit. It's just an older street.
Yeah, I was going to say, but like they wouldn't just trick or treat that street. Like,
no,
I think there's maybe now a fear of you don't know what door you're knocking when you're in town.
Ah, okay. So
now what I'm saying is,
yeah.
I live in a much better area. That's what I'm trying to say to you. But I pay for it, Ray.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
You do.
So
now it makes sense why the rent it is in our place.
I live in a community.
You do.
You live in a town.
In anonymity.
Yeah, like so no one knows anyone around. There's loads of places. What do I always say about Dublin, Ray? The most people in the country, but it's the loneliest.
Yes.
And that's what the town is like.
Yeah.
Now, where I live here in what is called an urban area, Raymond, a
yes.
suburb actually.
A suburban area.
A suburban area.
Yeah.
Where everybody knows everybody and everybody loves everybody. Okay. Yeah. So as you can hear.
Ask them to come up.
Let's get some kids. No. Can I also say that my lovely wife downstairs, Nicola,
juggling the baby and the sweets.
Yeah, but she knows exactly what she's doing.
Right.
Because she is doing what you can't really do too much now, nor do we do a lot of it, which is flaunting.
Giving out protein bars.
No, she's not. Why would you give out protein bars?
No, just to be weird.
Imagine if you gave a child a full protein bar. They'd absolutely be stuffed. They'd be constipated for 3 weeks. Have you ever tried to eat a protein bar, man?
Sean O'Reilly is beating them the whole time.
They're so heavy.
Yeah, they are. Well, I don't know. I couldn't be.
If I ate a protein bar, man, not only would I be stuffed up for a week, but I wouldn't be able to eat anything.
Yeah.
So what I was saying is, Nicola is down flaunting a child right now.
Yes.
So she's carrying out baby Ali in a pumpkin costume.
Oh, wow.
So that every child that comes with their parents, the parents go,
oh, so she's taking compliments.
Oh, she's taking compliments at the door. She's literally, she might as well. She's like someone at Comic-Con or something, you know, where you sit at the table and they come to you to ask you to go, oh, lovely, can I have a chat with you? That's what she's like now in there, you know.
I'm going to sneeze.
Sneeze, me. It sounds great in the podcast. Did you lose it?
I think so. Look at the light. Do you chew tea?
What are you on about?
We're having tea this evening, lads.
Yeah, okay, but why are you talking like do I chew tea?
Because this is something that has been brought to my attention.
You want to keep that in the chew tea now, man, because some people have been giving out about something like that.
Apparently I'm going to give you, we're drinking tea and I'm going to give you a little slurp of this now. Okay?
I'm actually drinking coffee because I'm a father.
Yeah.
Did I mention I was a father?
You're wrecked. Yeah. I'm
wrecked, Ray.
Yeah.
You think you know what tired is?
Yeah.
You haven't a clue, man.
Sorry, now, just to credit Tabby Callahan, friend of the show, he said that Anna, his missus, went down to Barton Smith, was a local locksmith and trophy shop here in town, to get him a trophy this week because he was the tiredest man in Ireland. Apparently, she also booked a scientist to come out and do tests on him to see exactly how tired he actually was.
So,
we're chewing tea.
So, okay, but why are we chewing tea?
Well, I didn't know I chewed tea until I was told I chewed tea.
Oh, I think I know exactly who told you.
Who do you think in my life would
Laura told you, because what happens is, as you go through, and it never ends, Ray, by the way, you always discover something else about your partner that you hate. That drives you mad.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah, there's a new thing in my life as well that she does, but I can't talk about it.
Can you?
I don't know how to break it to her.
Well, break it to her in front of everybody on the podcast, the most humiliating way possible. Break it to her here, Ray, please.
No, but it's just, have you any advice on how to raise difficult issues with your partner?
Okay.
Do you know, so if she was doing something that really bothered you, and you were going to go, how am I ever going to say this? Because
perfect. Okay, so I had this today.
Yeah.
Now Nicola will lose her mind now if she hears this as well. So we're both declared.
Oh, good. Okay. So on the creepiest night, it's the scariest night of the year, we're both going to get in trouble.
So the most annoying thing about Nicola is how good she is with a baby.
Right.
Okay. And how crying doesn't bother her really.
Yeah.
Because I think she's become immune to it.
Yeah.
So she was trying to cook
She's
food.
listened to you for 14 years.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not fair. There's a big difference between whining and crying now.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
So I had Ali today, and she was roaring her head off.
Yeah.
For a half an hour.
Okay.
I was trying to get a nap in, wouldn't work. Okay.
So you had responsibility for Ali, and you were simultaneously trying to get a nap in.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what you're getting at, but leave it out.
Leave it out there now. Yeah.
So my way of going, I was annoyed. I was going, Nicola, it's evidently her time to feed. Like, would you please just come in and feed her?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
But I didn't say that.
Oh.
I said, Nick, was she not due a feed though at 4:00? That was my way of raising
diplomatically.
The issue up. Yeah. I was like, but is she not due to feed?
You were gone already.
To which Nicola said, no, she's probably all right.
Yeah.
She's not all right, Nicola, because in fact, Jesus
She's
Christ, man,
clearly not.
I'm not far away from putting on a football boot and absolutely driving her out the door, if I'm being honest. So I think maybe let's take it out the taste and feed her. I think maybe
Yeah.
So I had that today as well. Now, having said that, she'll kill me now because I didn't bring it up with her. And you asked me there, how do you bring it up with them?
Yeah.
It is impossible.
Yes.
Have you ever heard of fighting a losing battle?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that is what dealing with any woman is.
Yeah. See. So is that your declaration?
It's very defeatist, isn't it?
Well, you see, that's it. See, I know that like this is. It
has to be for the betterment of your contentment.
Yeah, it is. In fairness,
so you have to pick your battles. Like
yeah,
that is actually
she
so
doesn't
true.
pick battles. She just throws all the battles at me, like the chewing of the tea. I'll give you an example. So here's me drinking the tea.
Okay, come on.
Okay?
That's fucking annoying, man.
You hear the chewing?
Yes, because I have headphones on. It's driving me up
chew the I savor the tea and I chew it, but she can hear me chewing it.
Okay, I'm with
it's
Laura.
like, what are you doing? But she has no inhibitions about telling me as I do it. She's like, well, shut up, will you? And I'm just drinking my tea.
Yeah, okay, but that's good though. But maybe she's right though. Maybe she's right to go, come here, why are you doing that thing for?
Yeah.
But women get away with that a lot more. The women get away with that more than men get away with it.
They do, yeah.
They do, like, because if you call that out to her, she'd probably say, oh, okay, I'm a bitch then. Will I just move out, will I?
Yeah, yes.
You know? That's it.
Sit there and
go,
go,
all right, okay, yeah. I'll just move out then, will I? Yeah?
Yeah.
And we never see each other ever again. You probably have some other bitch in a week. I'll go then, will I? Yeah? And you find some other one who doesn't chew her tea. Some bitch, some perfect bitch. You know?
Yes.
There's no way you get away with saying that to her, you know?
So do you think it's worth the week that I'm going to have now by declaring this thing?
Please, but tell me what it is, though.
Okay.
Ah, come on!
It's not big. And that's why I think I'm ashamed of myself more than anything else. Because I'm looking at it going, I don't understand this.
But it's something you want to put right.
Laura is possibly the cleanest, tidiest, best woman I've ever met in my life.
But she takes mouldy shit. No, okay, sorry. She'd absolutely paint the bowl. That's the problem. Is that what it is, Ray?
No. I don't understand her thought processes behind an activity she does. She gets up in the morning, right? And she makes herself a little coffee. Right? Nothing wrong with that. A lot of people do it.
Yeah.
Right? And she uses a spoon to stir the coffee.
Brilliant.
Takes the spoon out of the coffee cup.
I'm with you, Laura.
And leaves it on the side of the sink.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
That's that.
Yeah.
That's what the spoon is.
Yeah, I think it's where it should go, if I'm being honest.
On the side of the sink, not in the sink. On the side of the sink.
Oh, I think it's lovely.
I get up 4 hours later, because that's kind of the difference.
So does she get up at 3 a.m. or something?
No, but it does feel like that. She gets up very early, and then I get up about 2 hours later at 9:30.
Okay.
So she's up at 7:30.
You get up at 9:30?
I do. I get up at 9:30 to be in work for 10.
That is unreal.
Well, the commute has been drastically reduced with the fact that it's in the next room.
But that is...
It takes me 7 minutes to shower and 10 minutes to prepare my breakfast.
I'm not long in the workforce, like what we'd call like the normal workforce. But I would be blessed to be up at. I'd love to be up at 9:30.
That's the great thing.
I'm up at 6 tomorrow now.
But you have to work out. You have to work out the evening then. That's the only downside.
Yeah,
so
that's the
6
thing.
6 o'clock, you're still at it.
But why don't you start work at 8 then and finish at 4?
Because I can't. Why would I get up that early?
No, but there is value.
There is nothing nicer than the turning around as she leaves the room and goes, "Good night now, mind yourself, bye."
And
I'm away for 2 more hours
on your own.
Well,
that's what it is. Now we're getting into it.
Not that I'm on my own. Although I'd be straight over on her pillow.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So you're just
I starfish.
So I get it.
No.
You get 2 hours of free time from her. That's the only time you get from her. and you're absolutely looing for it.
That's not it.
I didn't realize until now that's what it was.
Anyway, I get up anyway, and I go downstairs, and therein lies the spoon.
Oh yeah, on the side of the.
Yeah, I don't know why it's on the side.
Yeah, okay. So why is it not in the sink or
Why
washed?
isn't it put in the sink? I don't mind. I'll wash it. I'm
Okay.
happy enough to wash it.
I feel really bad.
It's literally,
for you now.
I think it's the only thing she dirties in the whole house anytime ever in a day.
So I feel bad now because I'm kind of on her side.
Why?
Because I'm.
Do you leave it on the side
I'm
of the
a
sink as
culprit.
well?
Yeah, I'm a culprit.
I wonder how many people do this. And I want to call them. This is great that you're on her side.
Yeah.
Can you please explain the psychology
I
behind
think you're a prick for even bringing it up. Actually, if I'm being honest. Like, I think Laura's brilliant. Like, and if you have other.
This whole section is going to be cut out of the podcast.
You seem to have some reservations about your relationship, but I don't know why you're bringing it up with me. I didn't ask you to. I didn't ask you to bring all this stuff up in front of. You made me say something about that. I was only messing. I was delighted when Nicola wouldn't feed Ali.
Wouldn't feed Ali.
I was
So
delighted.
why? When you make a cup of tea, why would you leave the spoon not in the sink? Where the water is. Where the water goes.
I'm trying to think.
The side of the sink is this clean silver bit.
I'm wondering, is it because
I end up having to clean the side of the sink.
Yeah, but I'm wondering, is it because I think I might use it again?
Okay, now we're into something. Because
Yeah.
I'm a habitual user of a pint glass again. As
Right.
in, I'll have a whole pint glass for about 4 days. Though,
I get 3 months of a pint glass.
But why? What do you mean? As in, for the next cup of tea,
Yeah,
you use that
I
rather
might
than
be
dirty another spoon.
Yeah, I think I'd be going, that's my spoon now for the day.
Right.
But I don't think it is, though.
So what I'll try then is leaving it there.
Yeah. Yeah, try leaving it there.
Why do I need to why is it not in my business?
Yeah, don't be worried.
Yeah.
Because are you not intrigued to see what happens if it is left there?
Oh yeah, I suppose.
Like,
Yeah.
if you wouldn't, you could be surprised, like, what would happen by you leaving that spoon there.
I think this is a metaphor for life.
Like, she might
Leave the spoon there.
she might do something unbelievable with that spoon later on, but you're not letting her. Now, I don't know what that might be, like. Have you ever heard of that trick? Have you met me friend Bernie?
No, yeah.
Do you know that trick?
Yeah, we just take the spoon out of the tea.
Just take the spoon out of the tea and say, have you met Bernie? And people go, what? And you leave the spoon on their hand. Ah, So, no, but you might be surprised what she might, like, she could be using that spoon. Like, you might be holding her back.
Okay.
She could be about to blossom with that spoon, really.
Yeah.
I don't know how
I could be holding her back in life.
Yeah.
Because every morning she gets up and she purposely leaves the spoon there.
Yeah.
For probably a very good reason.
And then
I rock along and I move it.
And then she's been put down. So
Yeah.
she comes back more and more down on herself
Yeah.
every single day.
Where's my spoon?
When she goes, God almighty, just once I wish that spoon had stayed there.
Yeah.
So that I could do this amazing. I don't know what she's going to do with it.
I don't know either, but sure.
Maybe make a second cup
Well,
of tea.
here, look, it's what night? It's Monday night. This podcast normally gets edited of a Tuesday.
It does.
She'd normally get an advance listen to it of a Wednesday.
What do you mean, give her an advance?
She does an advance listen to it.
Why?
As in, I edit it and I you have a good listen to that now, see is there any shite in it.
Why did you
So
put
I
her...
cut out most of the podcast. Like, people haven't heard most of what we said over the last couple of years.
But why would you put her through that?
Why? She likes it. She said she enjoys listening to it. Well, she won't enjoy this week. Obviously, she's tickling me now.
It's funny, like,
But in the meantime, I'm going to now leave the spoon there. So by the time she listens to this and she loses
You
the
will have
head with
tested
me,
it.
I'll have tested it.
Yeah.
And I'll be able to categorically say, well, it's clear you don't do anything with the spoon.
Well,
Or I'll
Yeah.
be going, I'm so impressed that
it's
you,
unbelievable. You
Yeah.
want to see what you did with the spoon later on, lads. You wouldn't see it in Amsterdam.
So it's either going to end really well or it's not going to end well for me at all.
Yeah, well, I'm with her anyway, because I would do the same thing
yeah.
as well. Like, I mean, I'm sure if you asked Nicola, like, if you really sat Nicola down and said, I need you to tell me the top five rundown
yeah.
of the things that Mark does that
That's
makes
literally
you
the only thing that I've questioned in the last year.
I know, it can't be, though. Come on, let it all out now.
No, that's it.
Because you're having serious reservations about this relationship.
No.
It's very evident that's what's happening here.
That's it now.
So I need you to really... But I'm sure if you asked Laura or Nicola, like, the 5 things that drive... Like, I know what drives Nicola the most mental about me.
What is it?
It's that, like, I leave clothes. I'm such a liar to myself.
Right.
I lie to myself every night.
Okay.
Because I'll take off clothes, right,
Yeah.
that don't need to be washed. Like, like a pair of jeans if you've worn them one.
Yeah.
And I leave them at my side of the bed on top of my shoes.
Yes.
Because I tell myself every time, I'll probably just wear them again anyway now, tomorrow.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, but then I won't, though. I'll wake up in the morning and I go, I might put a tracksuit on instead. Like, and then they'll stay there then for a week. And then you know what will happen? They'll be left out for so long.
Did you forget whether they're dirty or not?
Yeah, and then I'll go, Nick, I better wash them just in case. I can't remember what the crack is with them pants there that are left there. And I know for a fact that she'd probably, if that continues for another 14 years,
she'll stab you.
We'll get divorced, like, definitely, like, you know?
Yeah, I think the chewing, if I turn up dead someday,
yeah,
it was probably chewing tea.
Yeah, but that is fucking ferociously annoying there, because you did that into my ear there now. And I was so annoyed. I was so annoyed that you had done it.
But there's a phobia or something, osteoporosis or something. I don't know what you call it.
Who?
I don't know what it's called. Brendan normally have it looked up. We don't have Brendan today. We have Danny on the cameras. Fair play to Danny's doing a fantastic job.
Danny's flicking the cameras off himself.
Yeah, Brendan's out trick-or-treating.
Brendan is out trick-or-treating. He dresses
ringing doorbells.
He dresses up as Vin Diesel every year.
He'll be out with the kids, and the kids will land the door, and everybody go, oh, look at that, how cute they are. Have you heard about my comedy festival?
The 15th and 19th November.
15th and 19th. I have tickets here with me if you'd like to buy them. Which night would you like to go?
You should buy them. What night are you going? I'll give you 3. What do you want? 4? Be a good salesman like that. I was going to say something else about that as well. Oh yeah, that's the one thing I have noticed, because our doorbell, like I said, has been ringing all evening. Like some people are way too old to be trick or treating. Like, what's the cutoff point?
Well, they should want to be under 10.
Okay, then.
Wait, no, there's probably a few 11 or 12-year-olds that just... anyone in primary school. If you're in secondary school, you shouldn't be trick-or-treating.
No, that could be
it.
But I'm nearly certain I saw a 16-year-old. Your man was smoking a fag, he had a beard. Like, you know? And he was with 2 little kids, but like Nicola had to give him sweets as well.
The thing about it is, you have to have someone going with the kiddies.
Yeah, but why does he
You're going to be doing this
Why
in a
does he
couple
have a
of years.
Super Value bag? Yeah, I saw a father dressed as Superman. And Nicola said, that'll be you now.
Yeah, you'll have to dress up as well. You can't go to kiddies and not dress up.
Yeah, no, I will. No, I'll do all that crack. But this guy, you had a Super Value bag with him, trying to fit it up as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He was far too old, Ray.
For sure, everybody likes sweets.
I'm pretty certain they were his 2 kids, like, you know. So I think you're right, though. The cutoff point probably is...
Speaking of trick-or-treating, have you heard of the best 2 Halloween outfits that we see? First of all, we have to talk about Hank and Marv.
Yeah, okay, so Luke and Tony were in Yates Local.
Luke and Tony be friends of the podcast.
Yes, they would, and they were in Yates Local, which is a tremendous pub out in Rathcormac,
and
right?
for all these years, they have bore a striking resemblance.
But did you know that Tony looks so much
like Marv from Home Alone?
Oh my Christ, man!
Yeah, and Luke, then when you put a little woolly hat on him and a big jacket, all of a
comes
sudden
alive.
He's Hank.
He comes alive.
Yeah. They were literally Christmas's worst nightmare.
They were unreal. I don't know if I've ever told the story. They were unreal as well, though. But I don't know if I've ever told this story. I probably have, and I can't remember exactly the ins and outs of it. But the best thing I ever saw at Halloween was when Mr. T choked out like a rabbit. I think your rabbit dressed as rabbit.
Yeah.
Like, it's just the bizarre shit that you see around Halloween.
What about the Electric Ireland bill? Did you see any of them?
Oh my God, I saw someone as an Electric Ireland bill. Yeah,
thing
it was the scariest thing you could ever think of as well. I saw Niamh Keaveney last night was dressed up as Wordle.
Oh.
So and the Wordle words were all Halloween words. So she had a t-shirt on, and you know the way it's like green and orange and then black letters.
I couldn't tell you.
You don't know what a Wordle is?
No.
Anyway, the word was witch at the bottom, which was absolutely, I thought, tremendous. A fella last year inside in Lily's was dressed as Pat Mustard, and he was the head of him.
That's
like
good.
Too much like him. Like, this guy was like...
Sure it wasn't Pat Mustard.
It could have been one of Pat Mustard's babies, though, because there was a lot of hairy babies back then, Ray. So he was very good. I'm trying to think what else I saw last night. I mean, a lot of... what's that thing that women have that they put out at Halloween? Cheek. The load of cheek.
Oh, no.
There was so much cheek out, like, you know.
Yeah.
So that's a big one. Not a lot of fellas.
You didn't enjoy that now, of course, would you?
What? No. Sure,
You're a father now.
I'm a father now, like. Sure. I'm too tired to be looking at cheek now, like. You know, I couldn't be, like, you know. Now, the other thing is as well, something else came into my head there while we were talking there for a minute.
I need to talk to you about a punnet of grapes.
Why would... Okay, you have the weirdest shit.
I have odd stuff, Sylvia. You see what you think, what you're going to talk about, though, and let the anticipation...
Oh, yeah, okay, no, sorry. Did you see... you know Ireland is 100 years old now.
Ireland?
Yeah.
Oh, it is,
like
indeed,
the state that we're in right now, some state, is 100 years old now, right?
We're only young.
And only young, man. Yeah. But having said that, a lot of stuff happens.
Yes.
In that 100 years, like, you know.
It does, yeah.
So News Talk 106 to 108.
Yeah.
They did a rundown of the top 20 most iconic, memorable, influential moments
in Irish history.
In the last 100 years, like.
Yeah.
And I was going, I can't wait to see what this is all about. Like, you know, it's a long journey. You know, only half of us came. You know, we have 6 brothers up north who won't come home for Christmas.
Yes.
And so, you know.
Yeah.
And number 14 on it. I turned it off after 14.
Because it's sickened you.
I love News Talk, like.
Yeah.
But I turned it off after 14. I said,
was number 14?
Gareth Brooks did the 5 nights in fucking Crow Park. And I ended up going, are you serious? Of all the shit that we've gone through,
that shouldn't be there.
You think Gareth Brooks is number 14 on the list of the most.
It was more the time Garth Brooks didn't do the 5 nights in Croke Park.
It shouldn't be. Garth Brooks should be nowhere near us. He's a medic.
I know, but I mean, if there was a memorable moment in people's lives, it was the time that Garth Brooks announced that he was coming back. Yeah. And you're all going, this is unbelievable.
But in the 100 years,
happen.
In the 100 years that we've been a country, you think Gareth Brooks doing friends in low places on a football field?
Feck all happened 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. People were just, it was just dances in halls. There was selling soft drinks. There was bringing milk down to the creamery.
But what do you think?
It was quiet like.
But so you think there was 30 years there where nothing went on at all?
Well, Garth Brooks certainly didn't do 5 nights in Croke Park. Do you know?
What do you think would be the biggest moment, like in Irish, like the most influential moment that got us to where we are today? Like
the shooting of Michael Collins.
Okay, that's good, but that was before the.
We would have been a very different country if Michael Collins.
But that was before it was a state, though. That was 1921, wasn't it?
Okay,
we hadn't been a state yet.
Okay, so you want to be.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
It has to be in the 100 years that we were allowed to be as we were.
What was the most influential moment?
It might have been the peace treaty, maybe.
The Good Friday Agreement.
The Good Friday Agreement.
That's the 6 brothers up the north who won't come for Christmas, though.
Yeah.
So we're not talking about them.
Bastards won't come over
No,
for that.
they won't come over,
And Mammy's asking them, like.
No.
Mammy's flat out Mary Lou is Mammy at this stage, but she's asking them, and they won't come back.
Mary Lou is the aunt that wants to have the crack.
Do you know what's
funny?
funny?
Let them over.
Yeah. She's drank a bit too much red wine, like. She's kind of whispering in people's ear.
Don't put them to bed, Jess.
She's making people uncomfortable, like, isn't she?
So, yeah, no, I can't think of anything else.
Okay, no, you can't think about it now.
Oh,
no.
the Pope.
The Pope coming. That's so funny. That's brilliant, though. Okay, because now we're going to get into it. Let me finish off my coffee.
Right.
This is 100% Colombian, not fucking
Don't
Colombian.
chew it.
This isn't Pablo's dandruff now. This is Colombian coffee, right?
Right, start it into you there now. Why is this a big thing now?
Now,
Oh.
So you said the Pope coming was quite influential. I think you happen to be right.
Not that he came, but the amount of people that went to see him.
Yeah, but it was influential that he came, though. He's a very influential character in Irish history. Whenever Ireland got rid of the English, we handed the country over to the Catholics instead.
Yes.
We handed the country over to the Catholic
John
Church.
Paul took over.
Like, when we say Catholic Church, we haven't a clue how to run this because we haven't ran it for 800 years.
Yeah.
Have ye any idea? Yeah. And they said, say nothing.
Say nothing.
Say nothing.
Literally, say nothing.
So that's hugely influential that the leader of the Catholic Church came over to visit our little tiny country.
Yeah.
And we handed him the country. He came over to one of his holiday homes, which is Ireland.
It's
like,
Ireland,
you know.
yeah.
Now, so you're saying that's very influential.
It was just come into my head.
I think even more influential then is 2015.
Barrack.
No, not Barrack. Him coming over, who gives a shit, man? He opened up a fucking garage in... Michael Leavell did that in Castlereagh, like. You know what I mean?
Okay.
He went to Moneygall and opened up a garage, like. You know? A fucking filling station. Michael Leavell from Coronation Street did that in Castlereagh as well. He opened up Woods' Daybreak.
Who was Michael Leavell?
He used to be in Coronation Street. He played one of the boys in Coronation Street.
What?
Kevin.
Oh, Kevin Webster.
Kevin Webster, I think. I think
Yeah,
that might have been
I know
Michael
him,
Leavell.
yeah.
He
Did
came
he?
over, he opened Woods' garage, and man,
No
you
way.
think there was a big crowd in Moneygall?
But I would have been there for that.
The Castlereagh was flooded
Isn't
with
that
people.
the maddest booking that man ever took?
Yeah,
Imagine
but
his agent
he
over
was
in Manchester.
related. He was related to one of the Woodses who had so he came over, right?
Yeah.
And I remember, I think he plays Kevin Webster. Anyway,
Yeah, he does.
Let's say he does. So I remember an old woman losing the head because there must have been the guts of. I'm shit at opera. How many was there now? I'm really
He
bad.
was a bit of a hard.
There was about
back
2
in the
million
day.
people in Castlereagh, right? With this.
2 million.
So they're all outside the filling station. No one's buying diesel, right?
Yeah.
All they want to do is get an eye on. And everybody was saying, Kevin, will you sign this? Kevin, will you sign this? Old ones, Kevin, will you sign me underwear? Kevin, sign me tits.
Yeah.
Right? And a woman said, stop calling him Kevin. His name is Michael. So she was kind of a spokesperson for him to say, how dare you call him by his fake name? But no one knew his name was Michael Leavell. We don't know. Anyway, so what was I saying?
Pope.
2015, Ray, we signed in. Wasn't it 2015 or was it 2017? Anyway, we allowed gays to get married.
Right.
Do you remember?
Yes.
So I think that was more of a nod to saying to the Catholic Church, we're now perhaps a more progressive country, perhaps even more diplomatic as a country.
Yes.
Because what you're mad against,
We're after
now reversing this. And I think it was far more influential in this country than it'd be anywhere else in the world.
What was that?
Because
in the
we
news
handed
list?
it over to the Catholics, and then in 2015 we said, you know what, this is a big symbol moment to say, go and shite letchy. Now, whether you think that's right or wrong, I don't really care. Do you know?
Yeah.
But that's
you're
funny.
saying it was a big moment.
I think it's funny that you said the Pope.
Yeah. Well, it just popped into my head. And JFK as well. He came.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, fair play to him as well. Didn't your man come up above in Derry? And didn't he say, what was his name again? Hillary Clinton's fella.
Oh, Bill.
Bob Clinton, yeah.
Bill.
Didn't Bob Clinton come up above? I'm not calling him Bill Dux just because I got it wrong the first time. No, I'm going to keep calling him Bob.
But isn't it mad? That's the stuff we think of, the big moments.
Yeah, but I think it's funny. for Ireland. You said the Pope. You said Obama.
You want from the Spice Girls got married.
Yeah, but we said Clinton. Yeah, but all of these are outsiders, though.
Yeah.
Have we no influential people ourselves, though? Like, it's always about, like, oh, who came to visit the little Irish, like? Do you remember that time? Gareth Brooks. Like, it's never us, like. It's always about fucking Egypt.
Michelle Smith.
Yeah. Come on, Ray, now.
Michelle Smith won a ball of medals in the Olympics. We all sat there and went, oh my God, she's class at swimming.
Ray.
And then a year later, it came out that she wasn't so class.
Yeah, she was like Pablo Escobar's right-hand man or something, wasn't it?
Didn't it transpire that they got her wrong and she was innocent?
Did
that not happen?
Did that
was there
transpire?
not a film about it? No.
I don't know really, if I've been honest with you.
Did Kate Winslet pay Michelle Smith?
No, but the one person who was in it, man.
Yeah.
The one person who was in it was Katie Taylor.
Yeah.
Come down from the mountain, Katie Taylor. She was in it because fair play to her. That's why she was in it. So that's probably the biggest Irish sport moment was when she brought home gold in Rio in 2016.
And now she's still fighting.
And she's still baiting face.
And
she's going to pull the Gareth Brooks next year. And she's going to do 5 nights in Croke Park. She's going to batter a woman every night for 5 nights straight. None of them are going to be trained boxers, though. It's going to be an exhibition. Housewives, like civil servants. They're going to bring them in and they're going to be like, what?
Be held in Cherry
Hang on
Orchard.
now, what the hell am I doing here? And Katie Taylor's going to box the jaw of every single one of them.
Isn't it mad that she just fights?
What
I know it's a sport.
Are you being sexist about this? Like, she doesn't make tape?
No. No, I wasn't going that way at all. I was just thinking the basicness of the sport.
Yeah.
Like, what is your sporting talent? Well, I fight.
Yeah.
And then you fight, and then she hasn't been bet, and that makes her massive.
Yeah, but the mad thing about it is that like women's boxing is in the best place it's ever been.
Yeah.
But men's boxing is in tatters. Like,
we were talking about this, all right?
It's absolutely in bits. Like, so her and
She's
Amanda Serrano, and then there's another lady from America as well. They're holding down the boxing sport on their own.
And then the soccer has been held down by the ladies.
The soccer's being held down by the ladies as well, because Irish soccer is in bits.
Yeah.
And the women are going out singing ooh up the rap. And they're fucking off down to Australia. And I was thinking that, Ray. I know I can't now because I don't know if I told you this. Now, you remember I'm a father. Did I tell you that before?
You what?
I'm a father now. Did I tell you that?
No, you didn't mention it.
So, because I'm a father now, this probably can happen. But no more than any other event I'd ever want to go to. Rugby World Cup, Saipan back in the day, Poland. I'd love to go to Australia to the Women's World Cup.
Would you now?
Here's a number of reasons why.
Because you can't because you're a father. I'm with you now.
Can't now because I'm a father. But here's why I'd love to go though. Right? The World Cup is in Qatar.
Yeah.
Right?
Hot.
Nobody even wants to see that World Cup because it's absolute blood money. Okay?
Yeah.
So, number 2, if you go to any male soccer event, there's a chance you'll get stabbed or the head kicked you.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not being stupid by saying that.
No, you're not. That's
it's
true.
full of fucking hooligans.
It's facts.
Not Irish fans, though, for the most part, in fairness. We're very good. Do you remember when they sang to the Swedish woman coming out of Victoria's Secret? Do you remember that? There was about 2,000 Irish fans. And nothing creepy about it, by the way. If that was... No, I'm not going to say what I was going to say. If that was 2,000 of some other nation waiting outside of Victoria's Secret for a gorgeous woman to come out, and the second she came out, they just went, "Way! Up the Empire." So there's a bit of crack in us. Like,
how is it not creepy when we do it, but creepy when others do it?
I think we're ugly enough.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we don't really have that sexual intent in us because we're so ugly. I mean, Irish fellas.
Fair enough.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Like, we know we'd never have a chance anyway. We're just having the crack with it.
I love the way you refer to it as some other nation.
No, but any other nation, I meant to say.
Oh, right.
Do you know what I mean?
You weren't talking about England, are you?
No, I wasn't actually at all. No, it was not at all.
Yeah, it sounded very like England to me.
No, okay, but I will talk about England though.
Oh, don't,
I actually will. No, let me. No, let me now, okay?
Right.
We talk about England now. Because when I was on about the hooliganism and me fearing my way, if I go over, I'd be afraid of what might happen. Like, because, if you want to just have the crack at an international football tournament. Unfortunately, quite a lot of English fans, oh my God, Mark, I can't believe you're about to say this, eat my bag, are fucking hooligans, Ray. Right. There's so many hooligans in that sport.
Do they not attend the ladies' stuff as much as they attend the men's?
No, I don't think they would, though.
Okay.
Seriously, I don't think they would.
Would the English ladies go out and try to emulate?
Can you imagine? Come on, you fucking... imagine the English women like that. Like, come on, like. But that's why I'm saying it'd be a much, much better tournament to go and see.
And it'd be Australia.
Do you remember I was on about English hooliganism? I think it was only like 15 seconds ago. Yeah. So do you remember I was on about that? Okay. That is creeping into our game as well, by the way, here. Right?
In what? In the National League?
Yeah, in our league here as well, right?
Yes.
In town. A load of young fellas got in trouble last week at a Sligo Rovers game for acting the bollocks. They got caught on CCTV. Oh. Because unfortunately, there's like a conglomerate of young fellas who think they watch too much of the Premier League every week.
Yeah.
I'm going off the Premier League, by the way, and it's for two reasons. One,
did something happen at the weekend where West Ham or something? Or
no, Leeds bet. No, so here's the thing, because people are going to say this about Kendy now. Actually, Kendy's only a Sunshine fan. It's actually, that's half true, though, because...
Did something happen with Leeds?
Yeah, no, Leeds bet Liverpool 2-1 in the last minutes. Right? No,
wow.
but so
Leeds are my team.
No, yeah. Oh, I forgot about that.
Sorry,
actually.
I've been waiting for this for a.
You're like, oi,
yes.
yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Give me your best football chat, Rick. Go on, give me a fucking oi or something.
So as I was passing the television,
yeah.
I noticed. I was walking past it and I seen the score and I went, "Oh, that's nice."
Yeah. You're so hardcore, man. Take it easy on the hooliganism. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's nice. Fair play to them.
So there's two reasons why I'd be losing the head. Like, number one, Liverpool are gone. Now, the team that was brilliant for 6 years is now too old and gone. But it's not a big deal. Like, it is what it is. Like, everything has... You know what I mean? You can't eat ham if it's 2 weeks gone. So you can't support Liverpool if they're 2 weeks gone.
That's
so
a beautiful
no, it's not that. I'm obviously watching every single game I can. But the edge has gone out.
You're a father now as well.
And I'm a father now, you see, because... No, but the edge has gone out of it, though, and there's no crack left in it as well. Like I said, there's you have PSG... Newcastle and Man City, who were owned by the world, okay, the most expensive, the richest people in the world. So the sport has lost its edge, and that was always the case. Liverpool were far richer than Norwich.
Yeah.
You know, but anyway, so that's beyond the point. The other point is I was on about the hooligans there and all that kind of crack. And now it's creeping into the Irish game because too many young fellas are watching. They're watching fucking Mean Machine and Football Factory, and then they're watching these videos on TikTok of like. A video will come up and say, look at the Leeds fans and Liverpool fans fighting after the game, and they think that's class.
So they're thinking we can do that
and
at home.
they go, no bother. Drogheda are in town next week.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just going to go, you know what I mean? And that's why the GAA is brilliant, though. I was watching GAA all weekend, club GAA and stuff. Like, it never matters in that sport. Just sit down.
That's because they direct all their anger at the referee.
Yeah, and that's great. And rightly so. Rightly so.
Like, as we've heard in the media for a number of weeks now, a referee was put out of it there last night. He is now in hospital in a coma.
Yeah, 36 referees were found on the beach in Balbriggan.
Yeah, in a mass beaching.
Yeah, they were found at the beach at Ross's Point. 36. Yeah. 36 buried bodies of referees were found.
That's the thing. They don't fall out with each other. They fall out with the ref.
But I haven't said that, though. But do you not think there's a dirty edge, though, to this idea of like some of the chants and all this kind of crack that goes on, you know?
Yeah.
And it's nothing to do with the clubs.
I kept saying it to you. Sport to be better crack. Should be all like that. Who cares who wins and loses?
No, you should care who wins and loses, though, because GAA is the most caring sport in the world. Like, fucking club fans are passionate.
Me and my father, that's where we struggle.
That's where you really struggle.
Yeah. Can we talk about the pun of the grapes?
Oh, sorry. Come on. Talk about your pun of the grapes, Rick. Come on.
Thank you.
Go on,
mixed,
Rick.
first of all, it was. It was a mixed punch.
Purple and green.
Purple and green.
Did you know they call them white grapes, don't they?
Are they? Oh, yeah. Probably are.
That's fucking stupid. Like.
Stupid when they're green.
They're green. Like.
Yeah, in fairness. So I was walking home last night from my very long weekend of the sound engineering for Sligo Live.
Oh, it's supposed to be deadly.
Anderson Instrumentals Event Centre, which did more gigs, I think, than anywhere.
No way.
Well,
and come here, what was, like, let's say, I know you obviously had a lot of gigs. What was your favourite one that you did sound for?
Old Hannah.
Old
Hands
Hannah.
down, Old Hannah.
Brilliant.
They were on Saturday, and as usual, it's the maddest gig in the world. Old Hannah show up around 1 o'clock, half 12, 1 o'clock, and it's a big empty room, and you're thinking no one will be here.
Yeah.
And then at like 5 to 3, it's like that scene out of Father Ted with Owen McLove. It's like 400 people wanting teas, coffees, and sparkling water arise out of the fog.
Tea, coffee, and sparkling water.
And they all sit down, and they sit down in the room, and the place is wedged.
Oh, that's class.
You can't have enough tables. But anyway, I was walking home from the weekend. It was because there was a few gigs, which I'll go through later. But walking, so I left Anderson's to men's venture last night. I had no drill in my hand, so I was taking your advice.
Good stuff.
Yes.
So people didn't think you were Jeffrey McAndrew.
But as I was walking along, I noticed on the ground a full punnet of grapes.
Right. Okay. Where are you being tested? Hansel and Gretel job.
Did
you follow the grapes back to a room somewhere?
But it was just because it was open, but they hadn't been touched.
Right.
So there was a full punnet of grapes just sitting on the footpath.
Okay.
And I was just look, it came to my head. This is probably not the best podcast content, but
do you think you were being tested?
I don't know. It's just I took a picture of it.
But did you not pick it up and go?
Do you want me to show you the picture?
Yeah, show me the picture of these grapes. I want to see these grapes that are in question here, Ray.
Hold on. Exhibit A. There we are now.
Exhibit grape.
There, exhibit grape now.
What the fuck are they doing, man?
That's what I'm saying. It's the mad when you see it.
Why do they look like that? So, do you think you're being tested?
It was like someone had left them out for me.
Yeah, to say, like, pick them up and rob them and just see what happens.
Yeah.
Because everyone knows, like, the worst thing you can rob is grapes, you know?
Why?
I mean, wine. Yeah, you're
no,
right.
I said why? Why?
No, but what the point I'm trying to get to is, do you think that
someone waiting there.
Someone was lurking and saying, "Oh yeah, you just take grapes then, do you?" Yeah.
Someone really woke.
So you're just a fellow who thinks that it's okay just to take grapes.
Yeah,
like.
you thought they were your grapes.
Yeah,
They're not.
Yeah, grape life matters, bitch, or something along those lines. You know what I mean? But the thing is, they haven't fallen over. They're left in.
They're left perfectly.
So someone just put grapes on the ground.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. Is there a trend of people leaving grapes on the ground?
Do the Gardaí know about this?
I didn't say it. I didn't know who to talk to.
Didn't know where to go. Have you not gone up to the station?
I haven't. I should have brought them with me, but I was afraid to touch them.
And come here, you'd make a fortune selling that photo to the Weekender. I can see the headlines tomorrow, like the grape bandit hits again.
Unclaimed punitive grapes.
Yeah. Unclaimed punitive grape. Yeah, hits again.
Yeah.
Sparks major controversy in town. What are they doing? Why do we care? It's a slow news week. Can you imagine? So whoever's leaving grapes around town in Ray's path, please keep doing it because I would love to see if it kept going. Like that could be big news, like, you know?
More big news.
Go on.
Soup and goujons.
Right. No.
Why?
What do you mean? Dip soup in?
No.
Goujons in soup?
I asked for, again, I was down at Anderson's Event Centre and I was busy working, but I also had to eat. So I asked for a soup.
Yeah.
Which was a vegetable.
Yeah.
And you know, soup comes out. By the way, I'm very conscious of the fact that all my bits this week are absolutely random as fuck. But they're still bits, which I didn't have last week.
Go on.
So soup came out with 3 slices of lovely brown bread.
Yeah.
A lovely bowl of the vegetable soup with the green stuff sprinkled in the top.
Yeah, what is that though?
Yeah, I don't know.
Come here,
Leaves.
do you put salt and vinegar? Do you put salt and pepper in before you even taste the soup?
No.
I do that, like, and sometimes it's to my own detriment.
It ruins the
You
soup.
have to trust your chefs out there, guys. They have it seasoned.
Yeah, they have it seasoned. This was seasoned. It was beautiful.
Okay.
But on the side was 3 goujons.
Why?
I didn't know.
Okay, so you know the way Andersons are our sponsor?
Yeah.
I want to cut the contract.
Okay, no. Actually, I am worried now because I don't want people thinking that Andersons are just throwing goujons onto soups just for willy-nilly. I think it was Trevor in the Trevor in the kitchen was just trying to be nice because of the fact that I had maybe waited a little longer for the soup because I think I had got my communication wrong. Okay. I think he thought I'm really wrapping myself up in knots here.
I think it's right. I think we got to cut this contract, Andersons. Anyone who thinks that goujons go with soup, I can't work with those people.
Boss, have you tried it?
No, why would you?
It's beautiful.
Ray, it's S&S. Soup and sandwich. Leave it alone.
No, soup and goujon. S&G.
It's not S&G, Ray.
It's S&G.
Did you dip a goujon into a soup?
Genius. Yes, I did.
Why?
I dipped the goujon in, sucked the soup off it, and then ate the goujon.
You were sucking the soup off the goujon?
Yeah. It was just, I don't know what it was. It was 2 things that I'd never had at the same time before in my life.
But if that goujon was in a sandwich, it would have been all right, though.
It'd be like eating a slice of ham and washing down with a milkshake. Do you know?
But if that goujon was in a sandwich and cold, it would have been all right to have with the soup. But you can't. If you would put it in the bread, I wouldn't be saying nothing to you now.
But isn't that mad?
Or if they had put it in the bread in there,
I would recommend the soup and goujon special.
Do you know what? Do you know what drives me mad like the most about Irish restaurants, like or any kind of Irish? Like we shouldn't even have to ask the question, "What kind of soup is this?" Because if you're not making vegetable soup in Ireland, what are you doing here?
I mean, but there's other nice soups.
Get out!
Butternut squash.
Ray, I'm far from a racist, nor am I a nationalist. But get out of my country.
If you're not making vegetable soup.
If you're not making if you're saying to me, it's
what
actually
about chicken and vegetable.
No. Well, even that's like.
And this is what I had. I had a goujon.
But
and
like,
I had a vegetable soup.
You know when you go in like, and I'm like, what's the soup? And they're like, it's actually like a mushroom risotto soup. Get the fuck out of my country. Yeah, okay. Have you a house here? Get out. Right. You don't deserve to be here. Just make a vegetable soup, like.
Moving swiftly on.
Just
how do you feel? How do you feel about drummers that stand up between songs?
Why are you saying that now? Because someone did that to me before.
Did they?
Yeah, someone used to do that. Who used to do that? Used to stand up in between songs.
Yeah, so on Saturday night...
I mean, you should be so blessed. Like, you're the only one that gets to sit down, like.
I had the pleasure of doing sound for Alabama 3.
Oh, yeah.
Which are boys that are from England.
Yeah, they're very good now.
Very cool lads.
How many is there?
There are 4 of them.
Well, what's the point then?
There's a girl with them that sings as well.
I mean, talk about misinformation.
Yeah,
so girls aren't people now, is it? Just call yourselves Alabama 3 lads.
Alabama 4.
No, Alabama 3 lads. So that is very evident the one they're not counting is the girl who's singing.
Yeah. Because I never thought of that, actually.
Yeah, but how would you not? They're called Alabama 3. And they're not even from Alabama.
No.
Just call yourselves Scunthorpe lads.
And they're really Scunthorpe.
Yeah.
They actually, they came up to me. They're very cool. Like, these are like, all right, you know.
You fucking bag.
I'm a fine rock star.
That's good. Yeah. That's a good accent. If any English people listen, they'll love that.
They love that.
That's right.
But he came up to me, the main guy
you
from...
You fucking bag, right? Give me that fucking sound.
So first of all, they had like a green room and they had like... maybe that's where the grapes came from. there was a punnet of grapes in the green room.
That's exactly what it was.
So do you think maybe when they were leaving, they left the punnet of the grapes, they just threw it on or placed it delicately?
They placed it, yeah, because they wouldn't throw it because they're not in their own town.
Not their own town.
No, they wouldn't do that.
These lads are mad, but when they came on the stage, I was standing at the side of the stage, and your man came over to me and said, "Man, you look like one of those sound engineers that's been doing it for too long. You've got like a face in you, and you don't want to be here."
Oh, go
and
away.
I fucking love that.
No way.
Yeah.
Did he think you were one of those?
Oh,
because
but I realised I was at that very moment.
And are you?
I've lost my loving feeling for the sound. I'm now standing there with a huge amount of apathy.
Is
to
it
my
just
job.
is it just the week that was in it, or is that in
No,
general?
it's happened. I've turned into a real sound engineer now. The cranky ones that doesn't want to hear about anything else.
And you promised you'd never
would, yeah.
You'd never become
So maybe
that.
I need to retire. I need to get out of this.
That's when you need to know you should get out of
I
the
have to
business.
get out because I'm only going to hurt people's feelings from now on. Ruin
Having
people's
said
day.
that though, you have hurt people's feelings before as a sound engineer, so it's not.
Anyway,
No, but come here.
we talk about drummers.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah,
the band before Alabama 3 was a band called Old Times.
Right.
And Old Times are a multicultural blues band from
Right.
Galway.
Lovely.
Lad from Argentina on the guitar. I
Right.
think it's a French lad singing.
Right.
They're very good.
Okay.
But the drummer,
Yeah.
who talks a lot too,
Right.
as in he get the mic off the singer to chat to the crowd.
Why didn't you? Oh, you really are sounding. He said, "Can I get a mic on the drum kit?" And you were like, "Look, I'm not setting that up. Like, right?
Yeah.
Just grab the mic off the singer. Yeah.
I didn't say that. But anyway, the drummer between every song gets up, walks around.
Okay. Why?
I don't know. Lars Ulrich does it in Metallica as well.
Right.
And I just find it interesting. There are some drummers that like to get up and walk around. Jordan Carty out there as well. He's another man who plays
That
Black
might
Rock
be
and
the
Beats.
guy who I saw doing it. Actually,
Yeah.
maybe is Jordan. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
It's a fucking weird thing because, like, I would love. I hate that it's frowned upon that I can't sit down because I have a bad shoulder now as well, Ray, and my fucking Lackland weighs about 14 stone.
Oh, yeah, lighter bass.
Jeez, I do have a lighter base, but come here, because like Sean gets to sit down at our gigs. I'm so jealous, like that he gets to sit for that long. Now you might get a numb cheek, but you know. So why was your man standing up and
Because
walking around?
this is what the reason I wanted to ask the question is because I think they like the attention.
Drummers.
I think when they get up,
Well, I've always
drummers,
found that drummers don't get enough attention. Yeah,
the drummers
I've always
that,
found that the bass player gets too much attention.
the drummers that stand up between songs are fellas that are our ladies that want to get kind of spotted or noticed. Look, I'm here.
Oh, and if they don't have a drum riser,
Yeah.
sure, they'll have to stand up.
Yeah.
Isn't that mad? Like drummers, you get enough attention. Like,
Yeah, shut up,
you
boy.
probably get more attention than yeah.
I want to talk about a Houdini cat.
Okay, where'd it go? Are you telling me you were looking at a cat in your kitchen? All of a sudden you looked up, it was out the window.
No.
What do you mean?
We have
Go
a
on.
cat, as has been told before.
Yeah.
Ula.
Well, you
whispers
stole
meow
a
meow.
cat, like that belonged to somebody else, like.
No, it's
and
that
then
cat.
you fed it, and now
Anyway,
you
the
have
cat lives with us now. So I come home Saturday night and me.
like that's like breastfeeding someone else's child, and then that child has to stay with you then for the. Go on anyway. What were you
Right,
saying?
that's a really weird. Anyway.
I'm just saying, like you stole someone's animal.
Me and Ula anyway, were watching Peaky Blinders when they come home to the gig Saturday night.
She loves Peaky
She
Blinders.
loves Peaky Blinders.
Right.
Season 6, she's mad into it. So we watched that for about an hour and then I put Ula out because you put the cat out at night because that's the time the cat shines.
Okay, that's when it comes to life.
Yeah, and in fairness, in the last while, we've had multiple rats being
Yeah,
presented to the back of
That's
the
good.
backyard.
Killing rats and
Killing
shit.
rats
yeah.
and bringing them to us as tribute.
Look what I brought you.
Look there now. You'll have to hunt for yourself soon.
Ah, that's class. That's really good to have a cat though for doing that.
Yeah, but it's not nice when you're walking in and out of the shed and you're tripping over dead rats. It's kind of anyway.
Would you not hate them? Like?
What?
Does she
no,
not hate them?
She doesn't. She brings them to us.
She
'cause
does this for sport.
She she brings them to us because she wants to train us and help us to catch rats.
So you're out now as well at night.
Yeah.
Like,
Anyway, put
Laura
out the cat.
puts the two out.
Put the cat out, and I went to bed.
Okay.
Sean Riley came home after that because he was gigging in Bundoran.
He did.
And he came home. Now, Sean and the cat, they have a fine relationship,
Okay.
but they don't, they wouldn't
Okay.
be. He wouldn't be letting the cat in, shall we say, at night.
Nora, yeah.
And saying, "Dear, mind yourself there now. I'll put on Peaky Blinders for you."
I'm with Sean.
Yeah.
Okay.
So imagine my surprise at 9:30 the following morning when the clocks had gone back and me looking forward to the best sleep of my life.
Yeah.
To hearing a meow outside my door.
How did you manage that then?
Exactly. I got up and I went, "You bastard, Sean must have left the window of the bathroom open and the cat must have found
Came
her
in.
way in
Yeah.
and not drowned in the toilet." Right? Because the toilet is right under the window. So,
yeah.
So I got up and I said, "Jesus, stop meowing for starters. You're going to wake up Sean, then there's going to be really hell to pay."
Okay.
So downstairs, all the windows were closed.
What?
So I'm sitting there going, "What in the name of God let this cat in? How did the cat get in?
Is this some motherfucking Santa
This
Claus?
is my-
This is a Santa Claus cat.
This is Houdini cat."
Came down the chimney.
Came
Ray.
down somehow the cat got in. So I had to mind the cat then. So I was up at 9:30. It was silly. It was terrible. Of a Sunday morning bank holiday.
Have you seen The Watcher?
What?
Have you seen The Watcher on
Laura's
Netflix?
watching it.
She's what? Yeah.
Why?
Because people are getting into a house there. I think there's a tunnel underneath Chapel Street.
You think there's a tunnel?
There's an underground
Maybe
tunnel.
that's where all the trick-or-treaters go.
Yeah, that's where but that's how all the cats are getting into your house in the first place.
Turns out that at 8:30, an hour earlier that morning, the cat was outside screaming and roaring and giving out, going, where the feck is my breakfast?
And you sleepwalked down.
And I didn't. Sean got up.
What?
Sean got up to stop the cat meowing and let the cat into the house.
Oh, fair play to him. Because
Yeah, but that ruined my morning then. I had to get up then.
But you and Laura have made that decision though.
To what?
Like, you can't be forcing that on Sean Ray.
No, I know that.
And he's asked me to say this to you as well. He asked me in the podcast, will you tell Ray stop forcing that cat on me?
Right.
Stop forcing that fatty on me.
But that's gone.
No, yeah, so he did. He said, tell Ray stop forcing it on me. And I said, Sean, that's nothing to do with me, like, grow a pair of balls. He said, no, Mark, you're like a father figure to me and all that. I'd love for you to...
Has he really said that to me?
Yeah, he said stop forcing the cat on him.
But I'm not forcing the cat on him.
He didn't want it.
Right.
That's what he told me to say to you anyway. This is an awkward one, he said, for him, because he knows how much you and Laura love the cat, like.
Right.
But he doesn't. He hates the cat. He
So
said he tried to run it over in his van.
It's either him and the cat now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he tried to run the cat over.
What
in
if
his
I
van.
go home now and say, Sean, I think it's time we move out?
That's what he's expected.
Yeah, so we move out and bring the cat with us.
Yeah. He said
Right.
he wanted to get so you have to spit in his face straight away once you burst in the
Yeah,
door.
okay.
So just keep
I'll let
that
you know
in
how I
mind.
get on.
Yeah, will you? Yeah, because I think it's so good for the two of you. Because I know how you look up to me and stuff, and to be able to sort this out for you.
I've one last item.
Go on.
Yeah, we've been through the late night pun of the grapes. How much can you trust the fella that you can ring? You know, if you break down
Oh yeah.
and you don't have the AA car rescue.
Well, I do because I ring you. Like,
I know.
But
yeah. But imagine if you'd driven from Wexford
yeah.
and you arrived in Sligo. You're not from Sligo, and you're driving a Mercedes-Benz 2010 Estate.
So this obviously isn't based on any story, though. You're just making this up.
I was just pulling
Jesus
details.
Christ, like.
No. In fact, the Remedy Club, which is the band that played in Anderson's Tremendous Adventure on the Sunday,
Right.
they drove from Wexford Sunday morning.
Yeah.
And they arrived at the venue, and their 2010 Mercedes-Benz Estate conked.
Right.
Dead.
In Sligo.
Right outside the back door of the venue.
No way.
Very handy for them.
Geez, very handy getting there, but not getting back.
And I
now.
said to them, what's the story with the AA? And they said, no, we don't have AA. I said,
Not
oh,
quite.
you're screwed now on a Sunday bank holiday.
Yeah.
But they looked up on the internet, car repair help, you know.
Car repair help. Yes.
That's to put into the Google. And Vincent.
Right, Vincent.
Vincent's number came up.
Right.
So they rang Vincent.
Yeah.
And Vincent arrived with a white Iveco pickup truck.
Lovely.
Right?
Yeah.
Savage. And Vincent had a really cuddly dog as well with him. Big lump of a cuddly dog. But that was basically that.
Yeah.
And Vincent said, I'll take that and I'll store it for you.
Okay.
Right? How much do you trust these lads?
So,
You're giving them your car.
and you just found his number on Google.
Yeah, so I'm saying, like, how was it the fact that he showed up with all the attire? That he was wearing the high-vis jacket?
Yeah.
He had the Iveco pickup truck?
I would be very worried, like, because here's the thing. I'm sure Vincent's a lovely fella.
He is.
That's a cute dog. He probably has a lovely family at home.
Yeah.
I bet you his son's like, he probably has a daughter who's a civil servant.
Right.
I'm pretty sure his son is like a software engineer.
Yes.
He lives in Dublin now, but he actually bought a house before shit went crazy.
Yeah.
He managed to get on the property ladder in Dublin, right?
Great story.
And his missus,
Yeah.
his missus is actually retired now as well, but she retired early because she had a bad...
And she's always at Vincent, will you give up that old car, Rob?
Yeah, because she has a bad back and she sees the road he's going down as well. But he says,
Yeah.
probably, I just want to help people who get stuck.
Yes.
Now, that's one way.
That's
the
one
other
way.
way is, I think Vincent takes your car, right? And Vincent brings it home.
Yeah.
And then Vincent goes, I look after that. If you want it back, it's $1,200 to get that back now.
Possibly.
See,
Well,
I don't know.
I'll tell you what. Well, Vincent, fairness, I think Vincent was above board. But the lady,
Of course he was.
The
His
lady,
son is a software engineer.
the lady who owned the car just turned to me as we were watching it being towed away. Said, "I presume he's legit." And I said,
I presume he's legit as he looked at him driving, he had two fingers out the window. Like that.
I said, I doubt he would have gone to this much trouble if it was just to rob a car, especially not a 2010 Mercedes-Benz Estate
Yeah, but
that
Jesus.
doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, like, it is funny to be scratching your head and going, did we check his credentials?
She was worried, and then it just made me think. Imagine if someone had gone to the trouble.
Come here, the fella I rang, his name was Liam. Why is this Vincent fella
Why
taking?
is this Vincent still taking? But I mean, going to that trouble and getting the Iveco pickup and the high vis and the cuddly dog and
Yeah.
the whole lot. He even had cones for helping.
No, he's legit then, Ray. If you had cones, so you can only council can get their hands on cones. I think I'd be interested to see how much it costs to get rid of the thing
But you
again.
see, this is the thing. The poor Poor Twosome, that was the Remedy Club band. They did their gig and they thanked me at the end. Said, fair play to Ray, he's there behind the curtain, he's like the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
And I said, that's very funny, I am behind the
Quite
curtain.
funny, yes,
Yes,
thank you.
indeed. But funny, after that, then I left the venue and I met your man pulling away with the car. Because he had got it up the alleyway and stuff, and he got it back out on the road. And I said, "Geez, fair play to you for coming out, Vincent, and picking up the car." He said, yeah. He said, "To be honest with you, something big got in that car." What? And I was going, "Really? They think it's?" I know. He said, "It's off to see the wizard." And I was going, "How ironic." Yeah, so apparently the car's fucked.
Oh, but have you told them that?
Not at all. By the time this podcast comes out, they'll know the truth.
I really like, I must say, whenever we get really personal about stuff, I love when you use everyone's name. Because it means,
yeah, so they can listen back and enjoy it.
yeah, and it really makes me not say what I want to say. Like,
oh, what did you not want to say?
No, because I can't say it now. Because
go on.
Vincent's...
I'll beep out.
It's very annoying because Vincent's son and daughter are lovely people and all, like, and I don't want to say anything bad about him.
But you're Vincent was
Vincent's son,
he
he works for Dell. I don't want to say what I want to say about Vincent.
Right, okay.
You know what, sometimes, this is actually off topic a little bit, nothing to do with before. You know, sometimes like it's very easy for a mechanic to just say, "No, there's a lot gone wrong with that and now I have your car."
Yeah.
And
well, especially when they got the train back down to Wexford today.
Yeah, and he's going, "Well, I'm going to have to fix it up for you and it's going to cost $3,000. That's nothing to do with this story that
No,
you're on
it's
about
not.
now. It's a
No,
completely different thing altogether.
I think Vincent was just storing it for them until they got a mechanic.
You know, whenever we're doing next week's podcast,
Yeah.
I was going to say to you, will you just listen to me once ever in your whole life?
Yeah, what's that?
And if you want me to really get in on the story, stop saying everybody's fucking name. Just stop saying everybody's name. Because then I could go for the jugular.
Yeah.
And that has nothing to do with the previous
But what
story.
would you have said if it was a case of Hatton?
I would have said he's a thieving bastard, man. He's very evidently fucking taking them for a ride, man. They might as well bend over the Garvogue River and say, "Just slip it in there, Vinny, whenever you're ready, man." Fucking hell, like.
Sorry now. Sorry
That's what
now
I
for
wanted to
undoing
say.
that.
Sweet suffering feck, like.
Yeah. Well, Vincent's a lovely man. The dog is absolutely gorgeous. Want to see a picture of the dog?
That's how they do it. Oh, yeah, you have a picture of the dog, do you?
Yeah, I have a picture of the dog.
Have you a picture of his number plate, man? Because
That's right beside the punter of the grapes. Look at that little doggy.
okay, that is gorgeous. That's beautiful.
And I also seen this as well. It's off topic. It's you know
Come here. The one thing you didn't mention is their PPS number. Will you make sure you give that out as well when you get a chance?
At the end of the show.
Yeah, sorry.
Did you see this new? They've taken like a Halloween costume packet and they keep superimposing pictures on it. So this one here is if you want to dress up as a half-assed musician, and it includes a mic stand, a tablet, microphone, and zero eye contact.
Me?
Yeah, talent sold separately.
What the fuck? That's me. Like,
it's just where a situation where you see like the one man band playing, but they have like this big tablet holder, and you can't see the person's face.
Ray, tell me the truth now. Be honest with Kendy. You've seen me a lot.
Yeah.
Is it not good that I have an iPad Mini and it's down here?
I know that's you're good. Yeah.
I have seen some musicians. If you mention a name, Ray, I will lose the head now. Don't say anything.
Can I say his name?
Fucking have we learned nothing? Have we learned nothing here? Like,
okay.
Just let me say what I'm going to say. Don't put a music stand in front of your face.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that.
Yeah.
This is the end of the podcast, by the way. I can't go on anymore because Ray is actually. You're like, I am being suffocated because
I'm going to beep those obviously out.
I can't trust you to beep that out, man.
I beep everything out.
Stop saying everybody's name in the world.
Sorry.
Danny, thanks very much for doing the cameras.
For doing the cameras. Also, don't forget, and we have to drive this home.
Yeah.
Brendan Tierney.
It's a 0-10 Mercedes-Benz. We have to drive it home, lads. It's bushed. Someone needs to drive it home if you're free.
Someone set up a GoFundMe so we can get that car
so
back
we can
to
drive
Wexford.
that car home.
If anyone has a flatbed truck. No, Brendan Tierney, as we speak, is literally canvassing door to door, promoting his comedy festival.
SoFunnySligo.com.
If we could ask you to do anything, buy a ticket or two.
On the Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's
on
what
the
we're
Tuesday
doing.
night. But also buy for Kevin McGarren and Sharon Mannion and what's that other lad that's really important?
Yeah, they're all on the Tuesday night as well.
No,
say nothing.
there's another book. What's the book? The big guy.
Huh?
Macaulay or no, not Macaulay.
Oh, Neil Delamere.
Neil Delamere.
Yeah. Brilliant, yeah. Yeah, so the So Funny Comedy Festival, we're trying to make this the biggest comedy festival in Sligo.
Yeah.
So if you're up for that...
Buy some tickets though. Don't leave it in the night.
Yeah, don't leave it to that. And do you remember Ray was saying, oh yeah, don't donate that much money. Donate loads of it.
Yeah, donate. Yeah, he needs it now.
He needs money now, and I'll tell you why. Because it turns out that Brendan actually borrowed money from the Italian mafia in order to try and put this on.
Yeah.
And they are up. They took his children.
Yeah.
They have his children are back in Sicily now. Yeah. And Brendan can't get them back unless he pays the astronomical interest fees that are on the money money that he borrowed.
Yeah.
It's actually quite scary at the moment, like,
It is.
because he's contemplating.
I can't get the image of Roberto's takeaway out of my head when you know it.
The kids are.
You're bringing the Italian mafia, and I'm thinking, wouldn't it be awful funny if Roberto was part of the Italian mafia in Sligo?
So look, buy tickets to the comedy festival. Listen, Ray, fair play to
Definitely
me.
not that money in chips.
Fucking hell, fair play to me, Ray.
Sorry, is that the end of it?
That's the end of it. That's the end of it. Yeah.
Fair play to me too. Good luck.
Good luck. For fuck's sake. Bye, guys.
The Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Anderson's Tremendous Event Centre and Wonderful Food Items, and the Blind Tiger's marvellous alcoholic fruit drinks.